Today, I'm going to show you exactly how I use AI to rank SEO content without writing a single word myself. And I'll come on to that in a second, exactly how I do it. It's pretty interesting. And this is a new technique that I'm using that makes it 10 times easier to create content, publish it, and format it and rank it, as you'll see. So if you look at this post, this article right here was published at 9 a.m. today, UTC. The time in UTC right now is 2:42, as you can see. So that took 5 hours, 42 minutes. And if we Google the keyword that we're trying to rank for, how to use ChatGPT for link building, and we paste that into a new incognito mode, and you can see it ranking right there on the first page of Google in incognito. That's the keyword we're looking for. If we scroll down, we're already on the first page of Google within 5 hours. Because in this niche as well, in the link building and SEO related niche, obviously it's super competitive. Everyone's an SEO who's competing, so it's very difficult to rank. But I'll show you exactly how we find trending keywords, how to generate content like this that actually ranks within hours using AI, and my whole process around this. And the way that we're going to be doing this is basically finding trending keywords, which I did a few days ago, and I'll show you in a second how I did it, using video content, so transcripts from video content that's been generated with AI, and then actually using AI to publish that content. I'll come on to the whole process and workflow today. It's completely free, didn't cost me a single penny to rank. And as you can see, this genuinely works. Within 5 hours, my mind is blown. So let's get into it. All right. So the first thing we have to do is find a keyword that we want to rank for that's relevant to the videos that you have, right? So how do you do that? You can go to Ahrefs Explorer, Keyword Explorer, and we're just going to find a relevant keyword that is realistic to rank for. Now, if you look at something like ChatGPT for SEO, which would be the obvious keyword for a lot of these videos, doesn't really make sense to rank for it, right? Because it's quite competitive. If you look at the first page, most of the pages have links pointing to them. And this is one of the problems. If you create the content first, like we have done with the videos, then it makes it harder to find a relevant keyword that is realistic to rank for because you can't tailor the content to the keyword. You're tailoring the keyword to the content. And it's kind of like fitting a square peg in a round hole. So, how do you fix this? And we also have to bear in mind that there's going to be a different search intent for each of the keywords. So, for example, with this keyword, people might be looking for a list, not for the sort of stuff that I normally produce in my videos. So, let's take a look and see what we've got here. This looks like it's potentially relevant. You've got a couple of DR30s there, which is okay, but I'd have to produce a list of 50 or even 100 different ChatGPT prompts. What can we do instead? I'm going to change this to ChatGPT SEO, see what we got here, see what we can work with. ChatGPT impact on SEO, that looks like a potential good one right there because it's low KD. There's not a lot of volume, but this is a trending keyword, right? So even if the volume is still of Ahrefs, it's probably not been updated that much, bearing in mind it's a trending topic, something that's relatively new, and therefore the data isn't going to be in many sort of keyword research tools. Now, if we scroll down to the first page and we have a look what's ranking here, we can see a DR27 ranking there, DR35, DR31, DR36. That's a good sign. If you see lots of DR20s and 30s ranking on the first page, perfect. Now, on top of that, if your competing pages have a lot of links, you're not going to outrank them, right? It's just a waste of time. But if we look at some of these links and we have a look, let's see what we're dealing with here, who's our competitor. Well, we can't actually see any referring domains for that keyword. This one, it just has a DR34. This one, a DR51. So I'm going to put this keyword right here into my keyword research sheet. I'm just going to get a bunch of options like this I could potentially rank for with my transcripts. Now that will be a good option. Let's have a look what else we've got on the list. I mean, KD 30 and above, it's going to be difficult to rank for that, honestly. Let's keep scrolling down. We do have a 0 down there, which would be interesting. Let's have a look at that. So KD 0, a lot of pages ranking without any backlinks. There's even a DR3 on the first page of Google with no backlinks at all. That looks like a great one to me. And you can also see Quora ranking on the first page too. Let's see what other keywords are related to this that we could potentially rank for. ChatGPT impact on SEO, that looks good as well. Let's scroll through the list. So we got DR27 there, DR35, 31, etc. Most of these pages just have one backlink point into them. That's another easy one. Gonna check the related terms as well. See what we got here. Not much. It's tricky to rank. This is a super competitive niche, trying to rank in with AI. Now, here's what's interesting. A lot of these keywords, for example, like ChatGPT, you know people are typing it in because it's in the auto suggest, but it's such a new keyword. The Ahrefs doesn't have the keyword data on it. If we search it like that, it's going to be 0 to 10. So what I'm going to do is actually use up a cert credit and see where we're coming in at. Because otherwise, it's going to be tricky to figure out some relevant pages that we could rank for. What else could we use? Let's try taking how to use ChatGPT for link building. That's another auto suggest. This is one of the best ways to find trending keywords that wouldn't be obvious. Ahrefs wouldn't suggest, most other keyword research tools wouldn't suggest, but it's going to give you some good ideas. So ChatGPT SEO case study could be a great one. See what else we got. ChatGPT SEO keyword, maybe. SEO research. ChatGPT keyword research, that could be one. The good thing about these topics is they're relatively new. A lot of people won't have created content around it just yet, but also because they're relatively new, there won't be a lot of backlinks pointing to these pages, which makes them easier to compete with. The only problem is it's hard to find the right keywords because these search terms are so new. Most tools can't really give you an estimate. So let's try AI SEO writer as well. We'll use up credit there. And now it's looking good, right? So for example, how to use ChatGPT for link building. When we've used up the Ahrefs credit to find out the score, it's a 3, which is pretty easy. Now we can ignore traffic potential and volume. Doesn't matter, simply because, like I say, the data isn't there yet. And if we scroll down, we've got a DR27 with no backlinks pointing to it, ranking number 1, which is insane. On top of that, let's have a look at the rest. You can see that, yes, we are competing with some heavier authority websites, but most of them don't have any backlinks pointing to them. In fact, there's even a LinkedIn article, which you basically never see. So if you see a LinkedIn article point on the first page of Google, that's a good sign. So I like the look of this. I'm going to put that into the sheet too. I'm just going to put a note that there's no backlinks to compete with for most pages. Beautiful. Let's keep it rolling. Now, I think Ahrefs is actually broke there, so I'm just going to refresh the page like that. And there we go, it's 0. Let's scroll down, ChatGPT for link building. You can see most pages don't have any links, which is awesome. That one we're going to stay well away from, so that's refreshed, and it's actually super hard if we scroll down. Yep, okay, difficult. Tough crowd. Refresh this one. 10. It's okay, but it's not great. Let's see what's ranking. Okay, we got DR27 at the top again. There's a few pages there with no backlinks or not many at all. So potentially we could consider that. We'll put that on the list. And we basically want to go for keywords with as few backlinks to compete with as possible, simply because that means we have to spend less money on link building, which means we'll be able to get ROI on the article faster because we have to spend less on link building and invest less time into it. See what else we got. This is looking good. DR28 at the top. No backlinks pointing to it. I mean, if you have a Facebook group post ranking number 2, that should be pretty easy to rank. This is looking good. DR1 ranking there with only 2 links. I like the look of that. I like it. We're going to use that one. 100%. Let's see. ChatGPT keyword research. Let's consider it search engine journal ranking at the top. We're not going to outrank them. Most likely, we've got a couple of DR0s at the bottom there. Maybe we could get onto the bottom of the first page with that. No harm in doing it. And I do have content around each of these topics that I can easily tailor to the keyword. And that's essentially how you would do the keyword research. And next up, it's time to start creating the content for this page. Now, the other important thing to note here is that you have to figure out the search intent for each of these keywords. So what I'm going to do next is figure out which of these keywords I can map out to the content I want to rank for. So if we type this into Google, we'll see what type of content we need to create to rank for this keyword, because we want to figure out, okay, what problem do we need to solve with our content to make sure that we rank? And how do we figure that out? We just look at what's ranking at the top page of Google. So if we scroll down, we can see it's a lot about how ChatGPT will affect SEO. That's the main sort of keyword there, right? And I have a couple of videos on that, so easy for me. And the reason that you need to figure this out first before you actually publish the content is simply because if you publish, say, a landing page selling a coaching program on how ChatGPT will affect SEO, well, it's not going to rank. You have to match the type of content Google is serving already on the first page of Google to your content. If you produce something that's addressing a totally different problem and it isn't relevant, Google will not rank it. So it's very important to get that right. So let's scroll through my content. And there's two different videos right here that I could use for this content, right? So AI versus SEO, how to adapt your SEO strategy, and also will SEO survive? That one seems to be a lot more relevant to the keyword of the impact of Google. So I'm going to put the video title in there. We'll freeze the first column just so when we scroll to the right, we can see it. And there we go. And that's what you need to do for each of these keywords that you're trying to rank for, right? Just map out. If you're going to be using video transcripts to rank for different keywords, map out the search intent. And then from the search intent, once you figure that out, you can actually map it to the content you've got. And that's basically how it works for finding trending topics that are low competition, you can easily rank for, and you already have the content for. And you can map out what you've got versus what you need to rank for and see if they match. Now I'm going to prioritize the keyword how to use ChatGPT for link building because it's a KD0, which means it's very easy to rank for. It's going to be much easier than the rest of the keywords because I actually don't need any backlinks to rank for it. Ironically, because it's about link building. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this video that talks about free backlinks and how to build backlinks with ChatGPT. So we're going to take this now. We've got the script from Descript, so it's good to go. And Descript basically creates a AI translation of the video into text. So we'll take the content like so, but this is just a raw format, right? If we paste it into a new Google Doc, you'll see that the content is pretty long. It's about 2,600 words, but the issue is that it's not really formatted for a blog, right? Now, the good thing is with ChatGPT, we can actually go into GPT-4 and take the content like such. We'll use a prompt, turn the content below into an SEO article designed to rank for the keyword how to use ChatGPT for link building, write it in Markdown. I'm going to see what that comes back with. Now I'm going to delete some of the content in here because otherwise with 2,600 words, it would break. Hopefully that works. Yes, it does. Perfect. And what I'm also going to do is take some videos from my channel and actually embed those inside the blog. Because that way it's quicker to design the content, plus the content is super relevant to the topic we're writing about. And also, this is on my website, juliangoldie.com. My YouTube channel is Julian Goldie. So it just makes sense for branding, right? So we'll take the keyword we're trying to rank for. We'll pop that into Yoast whilst we're waiting for ChatGPT to finish. And put that into the slug as well. Now, it's actually trimmed down the content way too much, right? If we actually check the word count on this, it's only 500 words, which is honestly useless. So what we're going to do is say to ChatGPT, and I'm basically wrestling with it right now. I'm freestyling it. I'm going to say, make the word count longer. It should be a 2,000 word article. I still don't think it's going to write 2,000 words, but use the original content I gave you. And then in the meantime, we'll start taking some of the original content it gave us. We'll add that to our blog. We'll add a table of contents right there. Then we're going to start popping in our H2s. I honestly think we could add that later, but I don't think it's important right now. I think when you're creating a blog post, you want to get straight to the value, right? No messing around, get straight to it. Otherwise, when people are actually reading the content, it's not really going to be very interesting to them if it's just full of fluff. Right? So take the rest of the content like this. Email outreach, good to go. We've got some content that we could actually take and put inside our article. So we'll do that just to make the content look better designed, and we can focus on the link building related stuff. There we go. All right. And now we've already run out of content, so we need to keep going on here. Let's see what else it came up with. We'll take that as well. Take that. And let's see what we need to improve in the article. So the text length is still way too short, which is not good. So I'm just going to keep adding and formatting and putting more content into this article. Content's up to 1,087 words. That's perfect. Let's see what our competitors are doing. So if I look at my competitors and most of the articles on the first page, they've all easily got over 2,000 words for most of these articles, right? So I need to really aim to do the same. So how am I going to do that? Well, I've actually got another video that I could use and implement with the same content. So I'm going to take that. And this is more about Harrow link building. So that should give us more content that we can use in our article. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm just going to feed ChatGPT a little bit at a time, right? Because so I'm going to take this content as well. This is another video transcript that I have about link building with ChatGPT. So I'm going to try using that for content too. But this time I'm going to mix it up a little bit because ChatGPT does not give me the word count that I want if I paste all of this content. And it's 2,900 words. So we'll just take 500 words at a time, like so. I'm going to say, turn this content into an article about link building with ChatGPT, write it in Markdown, no introduction or conclusion. And we're just going to take the first 500 words. We don't want a conclusion or introduction because we already have that in our article. Plus, we're just adding more content into our existing article about ChatGPT. I've looked at the content it's produced. It's not very good. So we're going to say instead, tailor more to ChatGPT link building, include subheaders. And let's see what it does there. This is better, much better. And then we'll say, now use this and paste in the next 500 words. It didn't quite get it. So we're going to say it should be tailored to ChatGPT link building. And now it's coming from that angle again. So you got to keep it directed, keep it very focused when you're using this sort of technique. And there we go. We should be getting towards that 2,000 word mark now. So we're at 1,800. And there we go. Rest of the content done. And now we have 2,100 words, which is perfect. We've mentioned the key phrase enough times. So we just need to add some internal and outbound links and optimize the title, etc. I'm going to put 2023 on the end of that. Let's find some internal links we can use. So we'll take that, add a link to Perplexity and any other tools we've mentioned. So Pitchbox as well, and GMass as well. So we've added all our external links. We also need to add in some more videos because there's a lot more content to add in now too. So in this section, take this video for audio link building. We'll pop that one in there. Can get some more videos to put in. Pretty good to go on that. We don't have any images in the content, but that's okay because we have lots of videos. And now we shall hit publish and then we'll request indexing like that. Top of that, I'm just going to add a couple of internal links to this page. So let's search my site for ChatGPT, find some relevant places to add a backlink. There we go. One link added internally, and we can re-index this page too. So we'll re-index it like that because it's got an internal link pointing to the post we want to index. So that should help. And another little trick that you can actually use is if you go down to pages best by links, we can find something related to the topic that we're trying to index that has a lot of power, right? So if we have a page that has a lot of backlinks already pointing to it, and then we link internally from that page to the page we want to rank and index, then that funnels link juice directly to it. So for example, how many backlinks per day could be a good one, and permanent backlinks, why you need them. So we'll edit these two articles. And the good thing with internal links is that you can be a lot more aggressive on the anchor text you use. So you see how I'm using the specific keyword every time I'm internally linking to this page. Normally you wouldn't do that if you were getting backlinks from external sites pointing to your site. That would be too aggressive. But if you're doing this internally within your own site structure, it's a lot safer to build backlinks with the exact match anchor text and you won't get any penalties. So we shall request indexing on that page with the new internal link too. And finally, we'll add this last link in. Hit update like that. And now for two of the top pages on our site, we've got an internal link to the page we actually want to rank, which is good. And you can see there's a bunch of referring domains pointing to two. This one has 25. This one has 16. And you see how the UR rating is higher for these pages versus others? That's because it shows the strength of your page's backlink profile versus the rest of your site. Fun fact for you today. So we shall wait for that one to be done, and we'll just move on to the next one. In the meantime, I need to update this, I believe, in the meta tag because it's got 2022 in it. There we go. We'll change that to 2023 updated. Change the date to 2023 on the post. Hit update. And there we go. We'll just wait for it to index. And hopefully when it's indexed, we should be on the first page of Google for this keyword that we're actually targeting. So that's basically it. That's how I ranked content using AI and ChatGPT for free without writing a single word. As you can see, AI is really powerful. This is for a super competitive niche. And as you can see, already ranking on the first page of Google. It's looking really good. In fact, I'm outranking my videos, which you can see here. These are both 2 videos of mine. And then we've got my blog over here, which is awesome. So we're dominating the page for how to use ChatGPT for link building. And that's basically it. And you can use this for any niche. In fact, I'm in a crazy competitive niche, link building, SEO, really hard to rank. I'm competing with the best SEOs in the world. But if you're in a much easier niche, well, everything else can be easier too. So thanks so much for watching. If you want a call directly with me, a free strategy session where we talk about how to grow your website's traffic, get you more leads, traffic, and sales from Google, then feel free to book that in. I'll leave a link in the comments. And if you want access to my free AI SEO course that teaches you exactly how to increase your SEO traffic, scale your content, use AI and leverage it to get as much traffic and as many sales from SEO as possible, then feel free to get that instantly in the comments. And thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.